Staff management.
No, tomorrow night.
Ownership
Yeah, right.
Of this station.
Today's theme of the show is Stick and Stay.
Yeah.
Real Estate Radio
I like
with
it.
Tom Perry
Stick and
Jason
stay.
Bible. Get the answer to your question.
Oh, I should probably
keeping you
share
from taking action and succeeding
our show.
today.
Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen.
Get ready. The guys that will put your fears behind you are on the
What?
air now. They're taking
Matt's got
calls
some
at
pictures of kids with new
713-785-1817.
Red Ryder BB guns. I'm about to say, are you training domestic terrorists here?
271. Here's Tom and Jason.
Are you ready, guys?
Yep.
Hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Tom Perry, Right Path Real Estate. So I was chatting with our marketing guys yesterday. We have a meeting on Tuesday afternoons, and they were sharing with me what our most popular posts are nationwide.
Is it the horse math?
Horse math is number 2.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The number 1, and it's not even close. Number 1 is 6 people you should avoid at a networking event.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Trolling works, folks. Trolling works. All right. Welcome
Well,
to the
that's
show.
just mean. We had comments. People were just saying, well, that's
You're
just
so-
mean.
You're so unprofessional.
That's very mean.
You're not a nice person.
Yeah. Because
I love it.
Yeah, because most people, they show up at a networking event with their buddy, and they hang out with their buddy the entire hour. What does that accomplish? You meet no one new.
Middle school dance. That's
Yeah.
what I call networking. Middle
Right.
school dance.
Right. And then
So go there to work. There's a reason when you see Right Path Real Estate, our base camp and Pathfinder. Actually, it's only our base camp folks that have the name badges on. The
Yeah.
reason the badges are so big is because if I'm at a networking event, I can see them from across the room. And
Yeah.
if there's more than one of those silver badges standing next to each other,
Right.
it's like, hey, break this up, guys. You got other stuff here to do.
what's interesting is our team, our crew, if you will, is when they show up at an event, you know, I want to go over. I'll say hello. I'm not going to be rude or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they're like, "Hey, I know, you can move along because I know you're working the event."
That's right.
And it's like, yeah, you get it. So it's like, yeah, I already know you. I know what you bring to the table. We're already doing stuff together. What I'm looking for is who's that next person that either I can help them meet their goals or they can help me meet mine. And we're looking for that synergy, right? That where 1 + 1 = 3.
Root word of networking is working.
Right.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people miss the working part.
Yes.
It's working.
Yes.
I'm not, now don't get me wrong. You and I have met and have developed friendships with just about everybody in real estate. And so it's fun to hang out with your friends.
Absolutely.
But I'm not there
But do
for
that, drinking a beer, going to a baseball game.
Yeah, going to the baseball where we took 16 people was
Right.
that Saturday night to the baseball game, which was
Right.
absolutely wild. But or playing
Go to
golf or
Vegas.
yeah, go to Vegas or
Yeah.
something. Go do something fun.
Right, yeah.
Hang out at a networking
yeah,
event, right? I mean, just go do other fun stuff. So, in any case, today's theme of the show is stick and stay. Stick and stay.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't get about business is that there's a tremendous amount of value that you get by sticking and staying, meaning you commit to doing something and then just being there for the long haul. So, for example, I was listening to Robert's Facebook Live. I'm liking him because he takes a lot of things that we talk about and turns them into his own flavor, of what his experience is. And one of the things he said was a lot of gurus in California will tell you, hey, go to a networking event, get up in front of the room and say, hey, if you're a wholesaler, I'm looking for deals, send me deals. Now, you and I and Robert all know that the likelihood of getting any deals that way is about 0%.
Right.
It just doesn't
Right.
really work. Unless you do it long term. He's now developed, and it took him about 5 years, he's now finally developed relationships where he's getting phone calls for deals. In fact, the last time I was in L.A., he was driving us around. I joke and I call him the $1 million Uber driver. So he was driving Colby and I around town, and he got a phone call while he was in the Jeep. And, hey, I got a deal. This is where it's at. And he said, yeah, I'm interested. I think I got somebody we could sell that to. And he's making a little bit of spread in between. But it took 5 years of networking. And I'll tell you what, the guy's focused. The 5 years of networking with the right people.
Yeah, do you know how many people, if you started with 1 million people with that strategy, 999,998 of them would probably be out before you hit the 5 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's one of the reasons why we don't really teach that as a
Right.
strategy,
Yeah.
right? But you can buy houses that way. Colby's talked about doing real estate with no money or no credit, and what a nightmare that was when he had first started out. It was 18 months of 3 networking events a night and trying to move deals from this networking event to the other one and all that stuff. But in any case, so sticking and staying, there's a tremendous amount of value in having a consistent message and a consistent business and business model long term.
It starts building and sustaining momentum is what it does. And so Jeff on the Book of Faces says, yeah, flying saucer bros.
Yeah, I know. I need to schedule a flying saucer thing.
Right.
I haven't done it. Been kind of busy.
Yeah.
Been kind of busy.
Right.
You know what? I was going to do a flying saucer event. It was like the Friday before something, and something happened. It didn't. All right, we'll put a flying saucer networking event together. I do them at the Flying Saucer in Sugarland because it's a short Uber drive or a walk from my house, which when you're there all day is a good idea. So I'll do something. I'll put it out on Facebook. We'll email it out and all that stuff. So
Do you have to cross neighbors like backyards? Do you have to hop fences like you did in junior high?
no, it's
Okay.
not. It's not that bad. But I'll tell you what. If they had a walking, it'd be even closer.
If they had a walking
we got
path?
We got those huge bayous that run
Right.
down there. Actually, we have lids in
Right.
Sugarland. We have what's called a lid. So we have all these lids where this huge bayou system.
Which is not
that
like
runs
a hat.
It's not a hat. No, it's a levee improvement district. So if they had built a couple of more footbridges, man, it would be like a 10-minute walk,
Yeah.
if that. But they haven't. So
Or
it's
stumble.
or stumble. Yeah, yeah, kind of a zombie.
An 11
stumble.
minute stumble. Yeah.
Yeah, get a little stumble. So, in any case, let's talk about some events we got coming up tonight. If you want to learn how to manage your money, we've got a special event tonight. It starts at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
here at our offices at 11451 Katy Freeway. That's 77079. We're like the first exit just outside the Beltway and I-10. It's the launch of our fourth organization, Right Path Real Estate. Right Path Financial Education,
Yeah.
where we're going to teach people how to fix their credit, how to budget. We've got apps for all this stuff too. So budgeting, taxes, all that stuff. We've got a kickoff event this evening at 7 p.m. So you're welcome to come out to that.
And how much does that cost to get in the door?
It is free.
Any chance I can talk you down on that?
Maybe.
Well, how do I write the cost of the event off if it didn't cost me anything to go?
Well, you can write off the mileage, which we have an app for that.
Yeah.
You can write off the mileage.
Yeah, we have an awesome app for keeping track of mileage and also for keeping track of receipts. I'm terrible with receipts. You probably already know that. You know that about me.
That's because you've never worked for a big corporation.
That's right. Because
And they
I've always
hand
been
you-
self-employed.
Yeah, and they hand you the T&E card, and they're like, "We need every single receipt."
Yeah, no, I've never
And
done
then you're
that.
kind of like, "You want everyone? You sure?
You sure?
You sure?" I'm hanging out with the sales guys.
So with this, you can actually take a photograph of the receipt in the moment, and then it puts all the stuff in the right data fields. Mm-hmm. And then so we've got an app for that. We've got an app for looking where every place that you put money in and money out in all of your accounts, combines all your accounts.
Yeah, it combines all your email and all your accounts, so it collects all the receipts, and then is this an income, is it a debit, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and then it can go into your bank accounts and pull all that other stuff. So it's pretty incredible.
It's
Anyways,
pretty sick.
We're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff tonight, 7 p.m. Come on out to our office, and then we've got a Right Path Real Estate free event where you're going to talk about estimating rehabs, right? And then you're going to add the flavor of how do we do that post Harvey,
Yeah.
right? Because it is a little bit different.
It is
Yeah.
completely different because a lot of times, like I walked a house yesterday with one of our one-on-one students, and no, actually, it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday, and they had just put in brand new, not the particle board type cabinets, but they had put in nice cabinets, and they have to now replace all those downstairs. Master bathroom, half bath, kitchen, and that's not your normal $10, $20, $30 a foot like what we teach. You have to modify that because what you really have to start looking at is what percentage. This is a 2-story house. Most people think, if it's a 2,100 square foot 2-story house, it's 1,050 downstairs and 1,050 upstairs. And this house really isn't. It's like maybe 1,600 downstairs and like 500, a relatively small
So
upstairs.
it's like a half story upstairs.
Exactly, and it's really only like 3 bedrooms and a full bath up there.
Well, I'll
with like
tell
a
you-
very small hallway.
You had mentioned how much this guy had spent on the rehab when
Yeah.
they first went through it. I mean, he's got higher end stuff in
does,
there, right?
right.
So if you don't match what was damaged in a flood with the stuff that that same trim level, it's kind of like it's kind of like wearing a suit jacket with a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't look right, right? So
It looks great on radio.
it looks great on radio. We don't even have pants on.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Wait a second here. And of course, the people that are listening in the cars and stuff are like, "What do you mean we can't see you?" I'm like, "Well, we do it on Facebook Live too,
Right.
so you can see at least the chest up, if you will."
Yeah.
So, anyways, when you're doing a rehab on one of these flood houses, you've got to match the trim level of the demoed material, of
Right.
the previously not or the non-demoed material.
Like even they tried to save the granite, and
2
the
minutes.
granite got broken. It's really hard to remove granite and save
Yes.
it. So we always build in that we're going to replace that. And the granite that he put in the upstairs bathroom is, I mean,
it's a high level granite.
I'd love to have it in my place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really nice granite. I mean, it would rival the kind of granite that we had in that conference table. It was that
Oh, yeah.
caliber of granite.
Yeah, that's
and,
sweet.
Yeah, and to think that that's what he had in the master bathroom
Mm-hmm.
and the half bath, and he had it all throughout the house. So it was, it's beautiful. And you got to go back and match that. Otherwise, it'd be kind of weird. You walk through the house and you have the nicest granite in the whole place is up in the upstairs, guest bathroom. You'd be like, that's odd.
Yeah, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, so you got to match the level. And he even has the manufacturer of the cabinet, where he got them and, what he paid for them and all that. And he's already talked to them. They can come in and do it. He just said, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, that's what's amazing.
He'd even refinished the pool last year.
Oh,
had a
wow.
pool retiled, resurfaced. He had redone everything, and it looks like a swamp right now. There's a turtle in there. And
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
yeah. There's all
After
kinds
a
of
flood.
fish. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's and that's a flooded house, right? I mean, we've talked for about a month now. So many Houstonians, even though they can manage these rehabs, are like, I don't want to do it.
This guy's in construction. I'm done.
And it might not even be him. It's probably the wife. She's like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
that's exactly what it is.
I'm done with this nonsense.
She's got some health issues, and he's like, I'm not doing it again. They're living in the residence inn, and they're like,
like-
we're not going back.
We're not going back to that. So, like, we've got some friends of mine. They had to evacuate with their kids on a boat.
Yeah.
She looked back
That's
at
how
that
they
house
did it.
and she said, "We ain't ever doing this again.
Yeah.
This is never going to happen again." All right, we get back from the break. We're going to talk more about sticking and staying in the business. It's Jason Bible, Tom Perry, Right Path Real Estate.
Oh, we got 4 minutes.
Mike's off.
Okay.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer.
Nikki, I
with
just read through that
Legacy
email. That's
Mutual
fine.
Mortgage. Our goal
All right,
is to
cool.
give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
As a real estate investor, you rely
1
on
minute.
your property inspector
Alrighty.
to determine the current condition of the home and your potential return on investment. Principal Inspections was founded by investor Jeremy Humphrey to do just that.
Oh, this is awesome. I hadn't heard this ad
Point
yet.
of view, Principal Inspections will give you turnkey inspections that are high quality, affordable, and focused on information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Founder Jeremy Humphrey comes from a family of real estate investors. He started Principal Inspections for investors because as an
You have your
investor
key?
himself, he experienced the need for fast quality inspections with information directly pertaining to property condition and potential resale value. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections 832-684-5516. That's
That game last night.
Oh, my God.
832-684-5516.
I
First
work a-
pitch.
Or go online.
Yeah, so you know what was interesting, and they just talked a little bit about it in the visitors bullpen. The sun is right in your face.
Yeah.
So Keuchel's having to warm up with
Right.
this 100-degree,
Right.
you know, and so
Yeah, I heard about that last night.
Facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
Hot mics.
Welcome back, Right Path Real Estate Radio. Talking a little bit about the baseball game last night, 713-785-1817. So, yeah, you know, I actually was lagging live on the baseball game last night because I went and got a fish tank and moved it to the townhouse. And so, you know, I was putting fresh water in and all that, and then it started going, and then boom. I mean, like first pitch. I mean, that was crazy.
yeah. I just got a text message from Andy, and he disagrees with the root word of networking is work.
Oh, yeah?
He says the root word of networking is twerking.
Oh, negatory, Captain.
TWORKING, twerking.
Yeah.
So, in any case, all right. So stick it and stand. There's value in sticking around for the long term, and like what you had said a minute ago, how many people would have done what Robert's done, or Colby, where they're networking? Well, here's
2 out of a million.
You're right. So here's the other thing. We're moving into end of October here, and I'll tell you, now is the time you get ready for 2018. Right? We got a weekend retreat coming up in November. Highly recommend go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can sign up there. But here's what I'll tell you. Now is the time to get ready.
Yeah.
And here's what we see. A lot of people sign up for education and real estate seminars
In January, right.
And they flame out by about middle of March.
Yeah.
They realize, oh, wait, this is work. I got to do this more than I got to send marketing out and make offers more than 2 or 3 months.
Well, and they don't realize that you've got to prime the pump, right? You've got
Yep.
about a 90-day lag time from the time that you started. When we started July of 2013, we sent out marketing July, August, September. We didn't get our first deal till October.
That's right.
So if you want to have a bang-up January, you've got to be starting now. In
Right
fact,
now. Today.
if you want to buy houses in January, you should be sending out marketing materials now. And so if you want to learn how we market, you know, how we've bought, fixed, and flipped over 400 houses in the last 4.5 years, then just sign up. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Sign up for our weekend retreat. Our next one is going to be in November. Unfortunately, we've already had our October event. Our next one is November 19th, 20th, and 21st, I think is the date.
Somewhere around that weekend,
Yeah.
18th, 19th, something like that. But I'll tell you what, best deal going in real estate.
17th, 18th, 19th.
Yeah, 17th through the 19th. Couple $100, best deal going in real estate. We talk about how to find, fund, and market for these deals. This isn't rocket science, folks. Rocket surgery, that's what you always say.
Yeah, right.
Rocket surgery. I mean, we have a formulaic process. You do this, then you do this, then you do this, and you get this result. It's that. Now, is it easy? Yes, it's kind of like what Jim Rohn says. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. But I'll tell you what, it gets results and it works. So if you really are serious about building income and wealth with real estate,
the beauty of it is it works on a large scale. It works on a small scale. It works when you have a lot of time and no money. It works if you have a lot of money and no time. It works if you have a little bit of money and a little bit of time. It's hard to. I will say it's harder to do if you've got no money and no time.
that don't work. Don't bother.
But any business, if you're thinking of it like a business. And what it is that we teach you is we teach you not how to bake a cake, but we're teaching you how to build a cake baking business, which is totally different, so that it's sustainable, duplicatable, not so you just like get lucky and get a deal. Now I know for a lot of people, they'd be happy if they just got lucky, got one deal, made an extra 10 grand. You know, that would make a huge, oh man, if I could just part-time make an extra 10 grand a year, that would make all the difference in the world. But that's not sustainable and duplicatable. That's not a business.
No, who wants? Don't get in this business to buy 3 or 4 rental properties or flip a house a year. That's pointless. Get into this business, buy 4, 5, 6 houses a year, and then building a consistent pipeline of deals.
Right.
That's what it's really. That's how you build wealth. You don't do. I see this all the time where someone's like, "Well, I'm a landlord and I bought 4 deals 3 years ago and I haven't been able to find any more houses." And the market. I always hear the mark's changed. I'm like, It's
constantly changing.
It's always changing,
Right.
but it's how you're trying to find these things that
Right.
doesn't work anymore. So, in any case, we teach all this stuff at our weekend retreat. Just go to rightpathrealestate.com. If you want to check us out for one of our free events, that's this Thursday we're going to be at 9999 Westheimer?
Correct.
We'll be at the Hilton there.
The Hilton West Chase.
Hilton West Chase.
It's inside the Beltway. It's west of Gessner. So if you're going from the Beltway down Westheimer, if you make it to Wilcrest, you're going the wrong direction. If you make it to Gessner, you've gone too far. So it's between the Beltway and Gessner on Westheimer. It's on the south side of Westheimer. And I know I throw out directions, north, south, east, west.
And everyone's like, what?
Yeah, because for those, 8 or 9 people that know what that is, we're actually on the southeast corner of Westheimer and Briar Park, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is Briar Park. Yeah,
It is.
because the Chevron facility used to be down the street there. So
Yeah.
In any case, it's about building a business, about building a consistent pipeline of deals that are going to bring in income and wealth. That's how this is done. You don't put a whole bunch of your cash into these things. That's another misnomer out there. I need to have $300,000 so I can put $300,000 into real estate. It's like, no, it's not how this works. You'll get 100% financing provided you buy these deals the right way.
But Jason, the stock market is at 23,000. It's booming. It's at record highs. I want to put my money in that. I want to ride that wave.
No.
If I put my money in now, I can capture all that future growth.
Well, you know what? How about this? If you want, you can put your money in the stock market and still do real estate.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Right.
So, my old adage, and I know this isn't this isn't a complete financial show, but I go in and we put in as much as our employer matches,
Yeah.
because my wife still works full time. So she puts in up to 100% of the employer match, and then the rest of it we put into real estate. So that's what we do.
Yeah, because that's a guaranteed return, right?
Right, yeah.
If you
It's
put
free money.
in 4% of, let's say you make $100,000 a year, you put in 4%, and they match that at 100% of 4%,
Yeah.
then you've just doubled your money. Even if the stock goes in half, you've not lost anything. But the problem is that, from 23,000 for you to get 100% return, the market's got to go to 46,000.
That's right. It's much easier to do real estate to get 100% rate of return. It's way easier.
Yeah.
It's a joke how much easier it is.
Yeah, so do you think a $150,000 house is more likely over the next 20 years to go to 300,000, or the stock market's more likely to go from 23,000 to 46,000?
Yeah, it depends on when you buy, right? It's like anything else. But real estate will naturally appreciate. Well, let's talk about that deal that you negotiated with one of our base camp folks.
Yeah.
Let's go over the numbers in that. What'd you end up buying it for?
You're talking about the one that
you
day
did
before
a couple
yesterday?
days, yeah.
So, we pre-flood, it was probably a 185 ARV. It's a
Okay.
2,100 square foot house, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Probably a nicer house than what you would normally want to have as a rental, right? Because we like houses below 150,000 that rent for $1,400 a month as a rental. But nice house, pool. It's nice neighborhood in this section. Very few rentals in that section. So $185,000 house. I took a 15% discount right off the top. and just said, okay, so at 185, let's give it a post flood ARV of like 157.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, 10% for closing cost on the back end, 10% for holding cost, 10% for just did a quick 70% minus repairs. And so at times 0.7, times 0.7 would give it at 110. And then I said, hey, it's really only the downstairs, $30,000 in repairs. You're really only repairing about 1,200, maybe 1,400 square feet of the overall structure. So it's not the whole 2,100 square feet. It's only about 1,400 square feet of the structure. So I figured at $20 a foot, you get you to 28,000, and I don't even think it's going to be $20 a foot because. You don't need light fixtures. You don't need. I mean, you're going to need to replace outlets. Bottom 4 foot of sheetrock. I mean, that's about and flooring. And about 50% of the flooring is already covered in tile. And so there was some laminate flooring that they lost and some carpet downstairs that they lost. So carpet in the master bedroom, that's going to be relatively cheap, right? And then you could go. But I'd probably finish tiling the rest of the kitchen, the entryway, the den area. All that was all the bathrooms. They were all tiled. So I'd go back with tile on that. So $20 a foot easy. So minus 30,000 on 110, I got to $80,000. I felt really good. I'm like, man, can you imagine buying a $185,000 house for $80,000 that needs $30,000 in work?
And rents for how much?
And it rents for, the lowest comp in there for rent was about $1,500, but was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, not a 4, 2.5, and didn't have a pool. And so I think that pool's going to give a premium, maybe only $50 a month, something like that. So I think it could probably rent for $1,650 a month all day long. There were quite a few without a pool, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath without a pool for $1,600, $1,650.
So he's going to be all in for about 110,
right?
And it's going to rent for.
Actually, we went up to 87.
Okay, so let's call it 100.
He had an offer at 86.4, and the guy basically said you can have it at 86.5, and I'm like, we'll do 87.
So I'll be all in on a $180,000 house for $120,000.
Yeah.
PITI is probably going to be about $1,100 a month, renting for $1,650. So he's going to make $550 a month and have about $60,000 in equity, $65,000 in equity. So with one deal,
he'll make $6,000 a year.
Make $6,000 a year and have $65,000 in equity.
Yeah.
$65,000 in net worth in one deal.
And they want to do 4 of those a month.
Yeah, it's
growing your
$250,000 a month
Yeah.
in net worth.
Yeah.
And that's totally doable. Totally doable.
So if you want to know more about that, we're going to go to break. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break.
Mike's off.
All right.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor?
Yeah, and then the guy said, hey, the house across the street.
You want that one too?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Of course, it's smaller, 1,700 square feet, no pool.
I'll take it.
And it's a 1-story instead of a 2-story.
This guy's got 2 thumbs and buys real estate.
Rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track
this guy needs a spark.
Yeah, you may get it for you.
Us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done. Train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
That's funny.
Yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992.
Oh, man.
Or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
You found or inherited a great
investment
property. The problem is you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next
Cool.
It's going to be awesome.
How's he feel like the national stuff is going?
He's pumped. It's so cheap for us to market nationally.
Okay. Talk more about that offline.
Give NextGen a call at
In fact, to give you here's a crazy stat.
9911 or check us out
Just all of our local marketing, We have 25,000 people that have visited the Right Path page. And these are like seen an ad, click through, read stuff since they started with us in July.
Find out how JB
So
Fund
less than
Services
3
offers
months.
a 9% preferred return and
Wow.
up to a 13%
And they were,
waterfall.
they were just
Call
kind
us
of getting
today at
started. So
281-915-0906
man, this thing's gonna
or
get
visit our
big.
website,
It's gonna get real big.
I'm okay with that.
jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Hey, good morning, Jason.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available.
Why is it
You
I
just
can't
have to know where to
scroll through?
Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage
Morning,
company
everybody.
that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing.
yeah,
to
Michael, I figured
investors
you'd like that
covers
deal
purchase,
since you're a buy and hold
repairs, and
guy.
closing costs.
It's a
In
sweet
addition to
deal.
private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional
Just
loans,
marketing.
FHA, and even
Marketing and
no
sales. And
income
they've been in for about
documentation
3
loans
months,
for both
hadn't they?
residential
It's about 3
and
months.
commercial
That's
properties.
weird.
Call
It's
and
weird.
learn about our 5-point
That's
guarantee,
weird. They're in
which
about 3
includes
months and they're
free
getting their first deal.
qualifications within
That's
2 business days.
That's weird.
Call 713-680-8100
Yeah, we've never talked about that
or visit
before.
noblemoney.com.
I didn't think you could
That's
buy.
Ginger, you're closing 11-3?
Our team
Nice.
has over 50 years
Oh.
experience in the mortgage
Hey, Ginger,
industry.
which one is
Call
that?
us
Is that the
today,
package or is that the?
713-680-8100, or
Is
visit
that
us
the
on
one
the
that you
web,
talked about on the
noblemoney.com,
Thursday, on the Tuesday
noblemoney.com.
Pathfinder call?
292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive,
Oh,
Houston,
man.
Texas,
Oh, wow.
77070.
That guy needs a spark.
Yeah, right? I've already had one this morning. That's the
Time is
sad
money
thing.
in a real estate deal. If your insurance
Well, it's
company is
mental
slow or
focus.
non-renewal,
Yeah, right.
You can yawn
you could
and
lose a
Yeah,
deal
and still be
like that.
and still be
Yeah.
mentally
I'm a
focused.
very tired, mentally focused guy.
That's right.
The agency for that is Benchmark
Twerking,
Insurance.
baby, twerking.
The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what
All
you
right,
need
less
and
than a
when you
minute.
need it.
All
We're
right.
here for you.
Called.
Are
Then
you
what
a
happens?
rehabber, wholesaler, buy and
We go
hold?
home.
We go home.
Bundling your
We go home.
properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business.
All right,
for
so we
over
got
10
26
years, and we
RSVPs
insure
for
over 30,000
tonight.
Nice.
Contact Benchmark about our exclusive
That's good.
investor package. Call us and let us show
Plus
you what we
all the
can
other
do for you
people I think
at
everybody's bringing.
281-569-4353. That's 281.
Yeah, that phone call I had yesterday was pretty interesting.
Or online at
Yeah, with Jeremy.
benchmarkbroker.com.
The other
That's
one was Robert.
Oh, yeah.
benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Or Peter. I'm sorry,
This
Peter
is
Senior.
Business
Yeah.
1110. Call Jason or Tom at 713
Wow, that tastes unique after coffee.
Yeah.
Look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
Hot mics.
Welcome back, Jason Bible, Tom Perry, Right Path Real Estate. So we're talking about rental deals, and deals to build income and wealth. And the only way to really build wealth is cash flow and equity.
Right.
You got to have cash flow, got to have equity. There are real estate gurus in town that are telling people to just buy rental properties where you're $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 out of pocket, which is crazy. There's no reason to do that.
Well, the only reason to do that is if you're not doing your own marketing, and that's the best deal that you. If somebody else is doing the marketing for you, you're either buying from a wholesaler or you're buying like off of MLS. Then you're going to need to do that. The problem with it is you run out of money, right?
Yeah.
So,
You just flat run out of money at some point.
I mean, unless you're throwing off an extra $150,000 a month, you're living on less than what you make. You make $150,000 a month more than what you bring in. Then money's not as much of an issue.
Yeah, then you can buy 5 houses.
But if
a
you're
month,
an
no big
average
deal.
person, you've saved $100,000. Let's say you've been working 20 years, you saved $100,000, and you're 15 or 20,000 out of pocket. You do 5 deals, you out of money. It took you 20 years to build up that first 100. Maybe now you're better at saving, and some of your things are paid off, so you build up another 100,000. It takes you 5 years.
Yeah.
So what do you buy? Another 5 houses in 5 years? That's not a.
That's not a business.
Yeah, that's not a.
You can't open the bakery to make cakes.
Yeah, right.
And then close it down for 5 years because you can't afford the ingredients.
Well, because
anymore.
you're not sticking and staying.
You're not sticking and staying. You got to
Right.
stick and stay.
Yeah, in order to stick and stay, you got to solve the financing issue. And there's been some, in order to solve the financing issue, you got to buy them with little or no money out of pocket.
And the only way to do that is if you got equity.
Yeah.
You've got equity is your premium for taking the risk as a landlord. That's a lot of people miss that. If you don't
might
have
wanna say that
equity-
again.
Yeah, so equity is the premium you receive for the risk of being a landlord. That's what equity really is. And it's not equity 30 years from now. We know these things will have equity years from now. It's equity today. The equity today is their risk. So this deal you guys went and bought Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or Monday. Is there risk in owning a flooded house?
Yes.
Yes.
It could flood again.
Is there risk in renting that house out to a tenant?
Yes.
Shouldn't I be paid for that?
Yes. Although, truth be told, you could insure around that, right? Because you're going to buy flood insurance on that. You're also going to have rental loss of rents coverage as well. So you can mitigate those risks, but that's going to reduce your cash flow as well. Correct. So maybe his insurance premium is an extra $100 a month. I mean, which is $1,200 a year because it's flooded twice in the next. But here's the difference: is part of our training. If you're going to build it, if you're just going to buy one rental property, this does not work. But if you're going to buy more than 4 rental properties and you're going to maintain a minimum of 4, but it works even better the more properties you have. You can bundle your properties together. And a lot of people know how the federal NFIP, the National Flood Insurance Program plan works, where you have to insure for the full structure value of the house. So if you've got a $200,000 house, you've got to insure for at least $200,000. If you don't, then the insurance carrier is assuming that you're kind of gaming the system. So you only buy, let's say, $100,000 because you realize, hey, I can do everything to fix it for only $100. But they're like, yeah, but a total loss is $200, and you've only bought 50% of the coverage you should have. So we'll only give you 50% on a claim. But there are other private flood insurance programs out there.
Back that up for a second.
Yeah.
Did everybody catch that?
Probably not.
Because I bet they didn't.
Yeah.
So you've got a house that's worth $200.
Yeah, and you insure it for $100.
You only insure it for $100. You have a loss of $100,000.
Yeah, you think you're covered for 100%, right?
That's right.
But they're going to come back and go, wait a minute, your structure really was worth $200 when you bought the insurance, and you only insured it for $100. So you were insuring it 50 cents on the dollar in terms of premium paid in. So we're only going to pay out 50 cents on the dollar based on your loss. So if you have a $100,000 claim, they're only going to give you $50,000.
I hope everybody caught that, because this is one of those things that real estate gurus talk about insurance, but you can always tell who really knows what they're talking about, because this is a very important piece.
Yeah.
It's critical to understand this, because we've seen investors lose their shirts. So you only insure for 50% of the value. Even though 50% would pay the entire claim, the insurance company's going to come back and say,
nay.
We're going to say, no. You only insured at 50%. We're only going to pay 50%.
Right.
That happens all the time when investors are not paying attention.
Yeah, because in that situation, the only way that you would get the full $100,000 is if you had a full $200,000 loss.
If you had a full loss.
Yeah, and so, but there is other types of insurance out there, like what we have with Benchmark, and you can insure for $100,000 worth of loss. Like in this case, the last time this guy had a flood, he had about 4 inches in his house, and he went back in and did $100,000 worth of repairs. Well, I'm estimating the repairs are going to be about $30,000. He's going to have to replace a condenser. He's going to have some pool equipment that needs to be replaced. The pool's going to have to be drained and cleaned and all that, and to get that up. But he's going to have some flooring, some sheetrock, some electrical outlets, some paint, that kind of stuff. That's it. Oh, and cabinets and granite. So cabinets and granite, and then appliances. So then he's back up. But so I'm estimating it's going to be about $30,000, just off the top. Not really running an app or anything like that. Just estimating, hey, it's about $30,000. So that means that if he'd had $100,000 of coverage, that's more than enough. But the problem is even if you filed a $30,000 claim, you're still only going to get $15,000. So whatever your loss is, now if we insured through Benchmark, the way that we insure now, we could say, hey, you know what? We think a total loss in this house, if it went all the way, if you got 8 foot in the house, maybe that's a $60,000 loss. We can buy $60,000 worth of insurance, and it goes from the bottom up. And so you would actually get $60,000 on. Now it's a little bit more expensive on a price per 100, but you're only buying the type of coverage that you need, and that way you're buying what you need. And I think it's a much better plan. And so they can go in. Let's say they spend an extra $100 a month just for that, and an extra $50 a month for pool maintenance.
Well, here's the other thing I'll tell you. Here's a really trick thing that Benchmark does. You only pay for the insurance that you use. You could, I'd have to check with the guys. I'm sure you can do this because you can schedule properties in and out.
Right.
You can change coverages throughout the year.
Right.
We know what time of year these floods happen. You could carry that flood insurance only the time during the year when it floods. It's not a year-round policy, right?
It's not.
So you could schedule it. You could change based off the season.
Yeah, I don't.
We have to ask if you could do that.
I haven't read the policy yet, so I'm not sure.
It'd be great if they let you would. Oh, it'd be so awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you can do that, but
you'd only have to insure it like 4 months
six
a year,
months out of the
maybe
year.
6.
Yeah. Well, because you look at every year so far, the real struggle has been April and May.
Yep.
We've had the Memorial Day flood 2.5 years ago, the Tax Day flood a year ago, and now this one was really in August, right?
Tropical Storm Allison was in June.
Yeah.
So you could really go through the end of August. You could do April through the...
If you did 6 months out of the year just trying to... If you really... Man, but just the management of all that. I mean, are you saving? I mean, you're saving.
Hey, I was just giving the idea. I'm not saying we'd do that.
Yeah,
because we got too much other stuff going on. We wouldn't do that. But
we'd probably want to be buying other houses.
Yeah, well for those guys that cut their own hair out there.
Yeah. Those Flobies are awesome.
Did I tell you I mentioned that during the weekend retreat? We were talking about things you shouldn't do.
I just walked in when you were talking about that because I sat down next to Daniel. I'm like, Flobies are awesome.
So I said during the weekend retreat where all of these people said, well, I do this and I do that and I manage my own rehabs and do my own property management and all that. And I said, do you guys cut your own hair? And one guy says, I cut my own hair. And I looked at him. I said, we can tell.
Oh, no.
He thought it was hilarious. But in any case, so yeah, why cut your own hair? I mean, there's a lot of these things you can't do. So go back to sticking it stand. So
I know a lot of bald-headed guys that cut their own hair. I mean, they shave them on a daily basis. Yeah,
I'm getting close to doing the shaved head thing. Yeah. Anyway, so sticking and staying. It's staying in this business long term, right?
When you do that, you better make darn sure that that's what you want because I've heard people do that and then just to see what it looks like and then as their hair's thinning, it doesn't grow back as well.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I know. You got to be committed. You got to stick and stay.
Yeah, right.
Guys, you shave your head, you got to stick and stay. Right. So you got to be committed, right? And it's not like I said, you'll get all these people are going to go to all these real estate seminars in January, and then by about end of February, March, they kind of flame out.
Yeah.
It's like the gym, right? Gym gets real full in January. In fact, if you really wanted to, it's kind of like the gym. If you just avoid the gym for January and February and start in March.
Yeah, because it's not very crowded in March. No, because a lot of people don't stick and stay.
Especially after spring break. It gets kind of quiet in there.
Yeah. Well, in fact, it gets busy a couple of months before summertime, too, right? It gets about April. People trying to get, back in shape for beach bodies, right? And, yeah, last time I was in the gym, I just moved my membership from Sugar Land to the Memorial area, and they said, you haven't been in since May. I'm like, yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
I am moving the membership, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so...
So we just started company number 4, all right? How many companies did you start this year?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but we get to work in a gym all day.
But, awesome. They're physically, they're great specimens.
Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, right.
That's great for you.
Yeah.
In any case, so sticking and staying. So
1 minute.
When you stay in the business long term, you are rewarded for those things. You get better deals. Not only deals on properties, but on money, on contract. It's like all that stuff. There's all of these, I hate to use this term, synergies that occur as your business grows and as you stay in this business long term. There's going to come a point for a lot of our folks, our Basecamp and Pathfinder folks, where they stay in this thing long term. Actually, I'll tell you a good example. Matt's a good example, where now he's getting a ton of referrals. I mean, it's like his business is almost like referral business down in his market, which is pretty cool when you think about it. You're just getting all these referrals, and then you're just managing referrals as your marketing technique, which is really cool. So that can happen.
So Jimmy makes a comment. He said in Korea the bowl haircut is pretty popular. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my Kim Jong on.
Yeah. and then Jeff says the gym is like traffic. Avoid it during rush hour. He says he gets a great workout around 10:30 every morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right after. I mean, he must go there right after our show.
That's right. Yeah, you get pumped up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We want to pump you up.
See, Andy says shave it because he's one of the guys. Just
Yeah.
Just off. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk about, men's hair fashion and maybe a little bit of real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
You know what we could do is you could
Mike's
shave
off.
yours, and I'll just let mine grow out.
There you go.
Just to balance it out.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your
Although,
investment
have you
property?
seen the Armando
Call
Montalongo
Fast Track
picture
Remodeling
with
at
him with the hair grown out?
742
Not necessarily a great look.
9992, Or reach us on the web at
I think-
fasttrackremodeling.com.
I don't know. Every time I read
Specializes in turnkey
about that young
remodeling
man,
of
it seems like
single-family investment properties, whether it's a
it
flip,
seems like
rehab, or a
he's
rental
getting in
rehab.
more and more
No more
trouble.
managing
Yeah,
it
right.
yourself. No more doing the work yourself.
Well, again, you're
Fast
selling
Track
stuff that doesn't
Remodeling
work,
really
right?
does manage it all.
Yeah.
So give us a call today at
Just- it's-
832-742-9990.
Because he would buy a lot from foreclosure auctions, right?
I don't know what his story is.
Yeah.
I just read what I read online, and it's like.
In fact, if you look at the way a lot of these guys have done their stuff,
providing affordable, fast, quality inspections with information pertinent to investors while not clouding the
What is that hat?
necessary details. Principal inspections will
for the
save
Wednesday
time
night
and
bowling
call
thing tonight.
Principal Inspections
Oh, that's right. There's a
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
The-
We
the-
are.
the patent law firm thing.
principalinspections.com.
Maybe that's what I'll
Are
do.
you
Is
a realtor or seller
I'll
that is concerned
I'll
about
grab
the new
Steven. We'll
TRID
go to
rules
that.
and closing
Yeah.
on
He's like,
time?
because we'll be done
I'm
by like
Jennifer
8.
Hernandez,
Yeah.
He said,
Senior
man,
Loan
we'll go out and
Officer
chat
at
later.
Legacy
We might do
Mutual
that. But
Mortgage,
then I
and
was
we
like,
have
man, maybe
mastered
we
the
just
30-day close.
go out and hang out
We
there.
close time accurately and with tons
Where's
of
that bowling thing
communication.
at? It's somewhere.
You'll
Is
have
it
a
in?
dedicated team
Do you
of
know?
a coordinator and a
let
contract
me grab it real
close
quick.
associate. Give me a call today.
If it's on this side of town, because he's staying at. I told him to stay at Sorella. So.
And let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS.
Hey, so Andy, do you shave it, or do you get like an electric razor to keep it trim?
A lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or not,
Doesn't say, does it?
You could lose a deal like that.
Is that one of those-
Need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that
Ah,
is Benchmark
okay.
Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Rehab loans, conventional loans, FHA, and no-income documentation loans can seem scary unless you have the right mortgage company to guide you through the process. Since 2003, Noble Mortgage has been helping investors just like you. Whether rehabbing houses, buying your first home, rental, or commercial property, Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing. Call Noble Mortgage at 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com.
Ginger says she has clippers.
You found our
Oh, there you go.
great investment property.
Poodle grooming.
You don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what
I would think that's hard.
Poodles are hard because they've got that. They have 2 layers of
Right.
fur, right? So my parents are big into the poodles. So
I used to shave my husky, and for the summertime cut, and huskies are hard.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Yeah, I bought the most expensive Oster
Yeah.
shears that you. It was brutal.
Yeah.
it was just because huskies have that real thick layer that they normally blow out in the summertime if you don't shave them. But yeah, it was.
There's a better place to invest.
And so the poodles have got that. They've got that curly fur, and then they have like a little woolly
Like-
layer underneath
that-
it. Yeah,
it's got like lanolin. Yeah,
9% preferred return and
Lanolin.
up to 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-995-0906.
So my parents bring the dog over this
Yeah.
weekend, right?
What kind of dog?
It's some kind of poodle mix. I can't remember what it is. Open up the back door, and she walks out, like sniffs the water in the pool, and just jumps right in.
Nice.
They're like 2 minutes, and she's already in the pool. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, they're water dogs.
Yeah, they are. She jumps right in. My mom's like, "What did she do?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Dog paddling.
Yeah.
Stand by. Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Tom Perry, Right Path Real Estate. Tonight, financial education. If you want to learn how to fix
It's
your
not
credit,
real
run
estate.
a-
It's
not real estate.
It's not a real estate course. Just to be clear, if you're coming to learn about real estate, that's tomorrow night, not tonight. Tonight is financial education. If you feel like that you would like to learn more about taxes, about budgeting, about credit repair, about identity theft protection, about setting up legal entities. In fact, you can set up a legal entity through this company, and they'll do your taxes for free next year for that legal entity.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's way awesome.
Yeah,
so
if you use the app and everything else, they'll do it. They do it for free.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to find out more about that,
the name of the event is 5 Keys to Money Mastery.
Yeah,
and that's tonight, 7 p.m.
Not money management, money mastery. Mastery.
11451 Katy Freeway, 7 p.m. That's in 77079 right here at the Beltway, and basically Beltway and I-10. And then Thursday night, which is tomorrow night, Tom's going to be presenting on how to estimate a rehab. We like to call it 10 minutes within 10%. And he's going to talk about flood houses as well as non-flood houses, and that'll start actually at 6. So if you go to rightpathrealestate.com, you can sign up for it there.
2 minutes.
There'll be a couple hundred people there. It'll be a heck of a lot of fun. And our vendors are going to be there. So those of you who are building your team, you need contractors, title companies, you need all those sorts of things, lenders, they'll all be there for you to network with. So that's what's coming up.
You know what I was
thinking
about?
Weekend retreat.
You know, if let's say that you made a pretty mean burger in your own back grill, right? You think, one day I'd like to have my own burger shack, right? And, just because you can make a mean burger doesn't mean that you can make a mean burger making business. And, there's a reason why McDonald's has been so successful. They, the McDonald's brothers, I don't know if you've seen the Ray Kroc story.
I have seen I saw
the
movie.
Great movie. And,
1 minute.
And what you realize is that unless you have systems and processes in place, it's hard to really scale and grow.
Yep.
They had one shop making money. They were making decent money, but the real money wasn't made until they systematized it.
That's right.
And imagine even if they didn't want to scale and grow, they would have made more money if they did just systematize what they did. And that's what it is that we teach.
That's right.
And the beauty of it is we've got all the systems and processes down, and if you want to learn it, you can accelerate that learning curve. So come tonight. You want to learn about money, the 5 keys of money mastery. That's here at our office, 11451 Katy Freeway. You want to learn about estimating rehabs at Harvey, go to 9999 Westheimer tomorrow night. Go to rightpathrealestate.com, rightpathrealestate.com to register for the events and get more information. Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, gentlemen, have a good day.
Thanks. Gig 'em.
Bye.
All right, see ya. All right, stop.